Well, the big goal is to try to, as quickly as we can, undo the neglect of the last 100 years. That's a tall order, but unless we get started vigorously now, it's never going to happen.
So we've done a couple different approaches to reduce the risk. Individual, community, and then from the response, the fire department point of view. At the individual level, we've tried to educate, empower, embrace decision-making on the resident and property owners to do defensible space, look at how their house is constructed, to have go bags, to sign up for the alert and warning systems, to have a plan in place, to think about the what if, to have the conversation now before the emergency what they're going to do.
When you move into the wildland-urban interface, you take on all the risks involved in that. The homeowner bears a lot of the responsibility, expense, and vigilance necessary to maintain, protect their home especially from fire.
There's a lot of responsibility in living in the WUI, and I don't think that I knew that when I moved. I moved from the city or the Bay Area to Fitch Mountain, and I had no idea the responsibility that I was taking on at that time.
My goals for the fire district, and I'll talk about just Sonoma County in general, the fancy term is fire adapted community, is knowing that we are going to have fires, but those fires aren't going to be as damaging as 2017, 2019, or 2020. So as we move forward, collectively, what can we do to reduce those losses or reduce that risk? And so yes, response, but working with property owners, what they can do, empowering them with information to make decisions when a firefighter or peace officer cannot help them. At the community level, we've worked with groups, citizens organized to prepare for emergency. The COPE model is one model.
Its tagline is Neighbors Helping Neighbors, and it's really a grassroots nonprofit organization for a community to get knowledgeable about potential disasters and get educated, get informed, and prepare for those disasters.
The goals of COPE is to make our community safer, more resilient, and more aware.
The idea is that you learn about your neighbors, you learn and share contact information so that when an emergency occurs, you have a way of communicating with each other. It is also about communities coming together and really assessing what's going on around them to make sure that they're better prepared. So reducing fuel loads, talking about go bags, places of refuge, evacuation routes. And it's also about developing a relationship with your local first responders.
It's a change in philosophy. I personally don't believe in firefighters standing at a fire station waiting for the emergency. They need to be out there proactively learning the area, meeting people, reducing risk, making a difference before the firefight, before the emergency. And that to me is way more important than what we do during or after, is that prevention preparedness is more important than the response.